Okay, welcome back and welcome to lesson 4. And as I promised, we will be learning a song in this lesson. But before we get to that, I want to do a couple of jams with you, a couple of chord jams. I had said in a previous lesson that you should hold those chords for like a minute or 2 minutes if you can. And what we're going to do is jam along with some backing tracks that just force you to hold that chord for that whole time. These tracks are like 2 minutes each. So we're going to start with E minor, just a little refresher, 2 fingers, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Outstanding. And now we're going to do one in G. Okay, so just a refresher. Our 3rd finger here, 2nd finger here, 1st finger here. And that's a G chord. If you can't quite make that chord yet, just use your 3rd finger and play 4 strings. Okay? But try your best to get all 3 of those fingers on there. That's the purpose of this exercise, is to train your hands to get comfortable in these positions. Now you may have noticed last time there was a groove to follow, a 4-beat groove, and I want you to be aware of that. And on this one, try to tap your foot along with the beat. Now this one's a faster tempo, so we are going to count 8 beats before strumming. So instead of counting all 8 beats, I'm just going to count the half notes. So I'll still be counting to 4, but I'm counting half notes. Okay, and that will give you time to process what's going on, and will give you something smoother to tap your foot to, okay? But this one's a little more exciting and a little more fun to play. But it's just a G chord, over and over and over for like 2 minutes. So hands on G, here we go. moving right along, doing great. Okay, now this one's going to be the D chord. And just a refresher, we have our second finger here, first finger here, third finger here. Okay? And by the two X's, we know that we don't play the 5th or 6th string. So we're only strumming 4, 3, 2, and 1. So there's your D chord. Now you may have noticed all these jams have like something leading you into your strum. So even when I'm not counting, be listening to that music. Be tuned into what's happening in that music, and you'll hear a little turnaround in there, so to speak, that tells you that that's beat 4, and the next one is your strum. So again, keep tapping your feet. This one has a little bit of a country jam to it, so we're just going to hit that D chord. There's a couple parts in there where the chord changes, but for our purposes right now during this lesson, just stay on that D chord, okay? So here we go. 1, 2. Okay, last one of these before we do a song. And this is a C chord. And it's going to be first finger, first fret, second string. Second finger, second fret, fourth string. Third finger, third fret, fifth string. And we have an X on the 6th string, so we only strum 5 strings. And this is your hardest chord so far, okay? So don't be too hard on yourself if you just can't seem to get it. It's the hardest one yet. But it's a very important chord, and you do need to push yourself to learn it. A couple of pointers. Keep your fingers toward the front of the frets. If you're back here like this, you're going to get buzzing sounds. So spread that out. I tuck my elbow in nice and tight and kind of get this kind of an angle, because our fingers will only spread so far this way. But if we put them at an angle, we have a lot more room in between. Okay? And try to make each string sing without muting. If you have your fingers laid down, guess what? You're going to have that sound. We do not want that sound. Up on your fingertips, toward the front of the fret, hold your C chord, and we have like a 2-minute jam here, so throughout that jam, make sure you're getting a good, clean C chord. And this one you may need to do 2 or 3 times, you know, to really get it in there. In fact, all these you need to be doing every day for a little while until we move into the next phase. So, C chord, here we go. On that C chord. Tap your foot. 5